Hey everyone, this is Jesse here again at CRUX Interfacing Solutions, and today we're going to be installing our SWRNS 63FC for 2019 and up Nissan Sentras with CarPlay, with or without Bose, and also for the 22 to 24 Nissan Frontier, the 19 to 22 Nissan Maxima, and the 19 to 21 Nissan Titan. Let's go ahead and show you guys what's in the box. First, you're going to get your interface. You will also have your harness, antenna adapter, USB connector. So let's take those out and show those to you. Here's your harness, your 40 and your 20 pin. Here's your antenna adapter, steering wheel control wires. And then another antenna adapter because there's multiple antennas in different vehicles. And then your USB retention cable, and then an accessory wire, because depending on if your vehicle is push to start or has a key, that will have to go in a different location. So today we're working on a 2025 Nissan Sentra with the SWRNS 63FC for a variety of vehicles from 2019 and up. We're going to start off by removing this shroud or this panel that goes over the radio. You can use a pry tool. I'm using a flathead right now because that's what I had available. That just kind of pops straight up. Then you got 4 10mm bolts holding the radio in. There's 2 above, 1 on each side. And we're gonna remove those and then get this started. There's 1. 2. 3, and then 4. All right, now that you have the 4 screws removed, it just pulls straight out. You're gonna unplug your 40 pin plug and then your 20 pin. Then you have a USB connector, you have an antenna, and yeah, those are your connectors. So once again, it's a 40 pin, 20 pin, and the USB adapter and your AM/FM antenna. Also, you got to make sure that you count how many pins this one is, because there's a 32 and there's a 40 pin. They're different, and if you have the 32 pin, you're going to need a different insulation module. All right, so now that we have the radio taken out of the vehicle, we're going to assemble the dash kit. This vehicle is actually kind of different, so it only fits a single DIN radio because of the way the factory radio is. So our radio that we're going to be installing is a JVC KW Z900W, which is a modular radio. It has a floating screen, and that's pretty much one of the only radios that'll fit in here. So pretty much here's your dash pieces. What we're gonna do is clip in the faceplate first, and look like that. We already pre-mounted the brackets on the side of the radio, just like that. This is your dash piece. We're gonna wanna slide it in so it fits like this. Don't worry about the opening up here because that's going to be covered by the screen itself. So once you have that, so we're going to put the screws to mount the radio to the actual dash kit. That's one. My other screw would go into here on this side. you go. It's gonna hold in the radio. It's gonna look something like that. Yeah, like I said, don't worry about the opening. It's gonna be covered by the floating screen that we're gonna install. Next, we'll do the wiring. All right, so now that we have the dash kit put together, we're going to wire up our harness. This is the 63FC harness. This is our aftermarket radio harness. Since this vehicle is non-amplified, the 63FC will work for either amplified or non-amplified. But since it's non-amplified, what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut off these RCA tips so that way we can wire them directly into the aftermarket radio's speaker outputs. So what I like to do is I like to kind of get my wires in the same length. I don't want one really long compared to the others. So we'll start with that. Cut these off. So those are gone. Now you're just left with your speaker wires, your power grounds, reverse, accessory, and illumination, which I'm not going to connect on this radio, but yeah, they're all provided on this harness. So pretty much it's going to be color for color. You know, you're going to match the whites to the whites, green to green, purple to purple, gray to gray, yellow, black, and red, you know, to their corresponding colors. And yeah, so I'm going to start doing that, and we'll be back after that's done to show you a little bit of soldering. All right, so now that we have all the wires matched color to color, should look something like that. If you're going to use butt connectors, crimp caps, whatever you might be using, obviously it's not going to be like this. You don't have to worry about doing all this, but since we're going to solder it, it's going to look something like this, color to color. The green that you see connected to the two blacks on this JVC radio is the parking brake. So we're just going to bypass it all by connecting it straight to ground. And yeah, so we'll do a little bit of soldering, show you guys some of that. All right, so now that we have it all wired and ready to go, you're gonna come in the vehicle, you're gonna connect your two harnesses. The 40 pin connects into there, the 20 pin connects into the 20 pin. And then you got your radio. You're gonna wanna do your interface. So this interface, you're gonna plug in the 4-prong steering wheel control connector. We're not using this plug because it's Kenwood or JVC. So we're just using the single wire. And you're gonna plug in the power to the interface as well. There's that. Now this harness has an extra ground. It's already grounded through the harness, but it has an auxiliary ground. I would usually ground it to, there's a metal pipe. I don't know if you can see it back here, but I would get a drill with an extension and I would ground it straight back there. So it's kind of out of the way. I would show you guys, but my drill died, and I left my charger at home. But yeah, that's that stuff. Now you're gonna wanna plug in your antenna adapter. Then you're gonna want to plug in, you're gonna wanna run your microphone, which is already ran. And then the USB adapter, you're gonna want to plug that in as well, which it's right here. Looks like the old school USB mini. Then you're gonna plug that in like that, and that'll allow your aux to work down there, or not your aux, but your USBs to work, the factory ones. And then that's all we're gonna be doing for this application. So you're gonna want to kind of tuck this stuff in here. I would get it nice, or tucked back in there, out of the way. You're gonna connect your power to the radio. Oh, you know what? I almost forgot. You're gonna also connect your, we're not using the auxiliary in this application, but your reverse camera. which is the yellow RCA, and that's gonna go to your, what is that, rear cam input on the radio, like that. And then, yeah, now we'll tuck it all in. And it should go in like this. Yeah, so it's a floating screen, so you can adjust the straightness of it. You can angle it towards yourself as well. And then, yeah, we'll put the 4 screws in on the sides, mount that back up so it's nice and sturdy. Here is the GPS antenna for this JVC radio. That you would have ran, since we're not leaving this in the car, we're not going to run it, but it would have been ran somewhere on top of the dash usually, so it has a clear view of the sky. And then, yeah, that install would be done. So for this particular application, the accessory wire is going to have to be grabbed from this cigarette lighter, because this vehicle's accessory doesn't work like a typical accessory. It stays on until the can goes away. So this plug is located behind the cigarette lighter. So to get to that, what we had to do, we had to remove the shift knob, which is right here. So basically it's down, there's a little clip that locks it in place. We remove the clip. The clip actually, here, let me get the clip so you guys can see it. Clip looks like that. If you've worked on any cars before, you'll know how it looks. Just slides in this way and it locks this shifter in place. So once it's removed, you're gonna want to put your foot on the brake, make sure that the parking brake is engaged, and then you're going to move the shifter back a little bit so it'll give you the room to slide it up. Open up the center console, pull this out and up, and then you'll be able to access the plug that's right back here. This is where this plug came from, cigarette lighter, and that is your accessory power location. Volume up, volume down. Okay, track up, and then track down. And then phone buttons. Voice command is voice command, and then answer and hang up. So with the interface, we also retain your factory backup camera, as well as the backup sensors and all the tones that go along with those. All right, everybody, we're done here in the 2025 Nissan Sentra using our SWRNS 63FC. We retain your factory features such as the rear view camera, the steering wheel controls, USB connection, and parking sensors front and rear.